I thought that the first period was fairly even. They might have had a little bit more possession in the O-zone, and then the second period was probably the difference in the game. I thought that they had the majority of the play. In our end, they tilted the ice in their favor in the second period. We mismanaged some pucks, and can't do that, especially in the second period when you're trying to establish your game offensively. Just have to do a better job of valuing the puck at certain times.
Sway seems to have locked it in here the last few games, despite the end results. What have you thought of his game?
Yeah, no, I thought he was really good tonight. I thought that he gave us a chance. Was able to let us hang in there for a while there. And you're right. The last couple of games, he's been playing well.
What's it going to take for the team to break the losing streak?
Well, it's going to take 60 minutes of consistent hockey right now, and I think we have moments where we play well, but not long enough during the course of a game. We have to be able to sustain more of a 60-minute effort, and I think that's what's going to take. And we have to just understand that we have to pull out of this together. It's not about one person or two persons trying to pull us out of it. We have to do it together as a team, but more focused on the process, how we play. And when you do that, usually the score will take care of itself. So we have to do a better job in our process.
Do you think something has kicked in with Swayman? I don't know if he's turned a corner, so to speak, but to be looking more like himself tonight, has he done something to correct that?
Yeah, I mean, he's been working hard at his game. I think that, I said this the other day, he always prepares as best he can, practice or games. He's got that mindset, and I think that, I'm sure he wants to go finish the year and feeling good about himself. And I just think it comes from his preparation and his work.
When you have a period like that's like the second period, which has happened a few times, why do you think when the snowball gets rolling, you guys aren't able to stop it?
It's a game of momentum, right? There's always momentum swings during the course of the game, and I think for us in period two, sometimes it's about being able to manage the game the right way. Like, for example, I think it was the second goal. We have a defense pair that's out there for a little while. They're tired. They're trying to change. They're trying to get off the ice. It's a long change. And then we turn the puck over inside the blue line while our D's changing, which creates a 2-on-1. So it's about managing the game properly and understanding that when they do grab momentum, we have to be able to grab it back as quickly as we can. And we're just, something that we have to work on.
You're always worried about results, Fluto, and that's the name of the game right now, is that we haven't gotten them and we have to get them. And it's a team game. We win as a team, we lose as a team, and that's something that we just need to push forward, and I know that we will, and this is all going to be experience for us moving forward.
Did you think you were going to get over on that save in the period, the first period, the diving save that you were able to get over there and carry?
That was a little bit of desperation. Wish it was a little prettier than that, but again, it's just I want to do my job of making sure I can do whatever I can to keep the puck out of the net, and just a lucky save. That's what we like to see.
Did you feel good though tonight?
I did. Yeah, I felt good, and again, I just was thriving off the guys in front of me. D-men I thought did a good job of boxing out and making sure I saw the shots, and forwards were pushing out, taking away lanes from the D-men coming out. So something that I think we have a lot of positives, and we need to really jot them down and move forward with them.
Jeremy, what do you feel like the team has to do to pull out of this, and is maybe just some puck luck at some point?
You create your own luck, but absolutely we've had a little bit of a tough puck luck, but I think that we just have to stay in the moment, and it's extremely difficult to do. It's easy to say, but that's what that's what makes diamonds out of this all, and I think that we have the mentality, and we just are learning so much as a group and as individuals, and we're all going to push through. And again, anyone that puts this jersey on knows that we have a job to do, and that's to play the right way, compete all out, and do whatever we can to help the black and gold win.
How about that first period? You're keeping the team in the game. You're working pretty hard to win. Keep it low scoring.
Again, it's thriving off my teammates. It's trying to do my job and give them confidence, move forward, and I think we did a good job of that. I think that we could, continue to and make a full 60 out of it, and that's something that we can work on as a team, and I know that we will.
You said, they'll probably put it on the jersey. The way the guys played tonight, the physical aspect of the game, it was a physical game. Was that something that stood up to the Bruins?
I think so, and that's something that, again, we could definitely build off of, and it's an incredible environment. Love playing here, big rivalry game, and again, I think the guys showed up and started really well, and that's something that we can build on.
Jeremy, on that note, after that fight with Koepke, all the guys that were on the ice went over to him in the penalties box, made a point of, giving him an attaboy there. Is it good to see? And a lot of these guys weren't playing together at the beginning of the year. Are you seeing any chemistry build there in terms of that and camaraderie?
On the ice, absolutely. I think that's something, again, that we've harped on, and anyone that's contested, they're going to get backed up by all of us. And that's something that nobody can take away from us, and that just goes to show the guys that are in here that are fighting and scratching and clawing to get results, and that's something that we can be really happy with.
Reminding ourselves to, keep playing the same way, but, we always find a way to beat ourselves, I feel like, especially now too. Obviously been losing a lot and turning way too many pucks over, and obviously we're down to, luckily, Sway kept us in it and obviously gave us a chance going into the third, but it was a lot of things that went wrong.
A physical game and some scraps on the side. Obviously, a storied rivalry between the two teams, but what does it say about the fight in the group? Despite how things look in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get fired up for a game like this, one of the biggest rivals, and they want to get into the playoffs and are right there, and if you don't get fired up for that, it's tough. And I think obviously a lot of guys try to be physical and stuff like that. So obviously that's good to see.
Is it getting challenging at all to show up, with positive attitude and work the way you guys need to with this losing streak?
I mean, this is our job. We're getting paid a lot of money to do this, and there's people out there that are struggling, and we're getting paid millions to play hockey. So no, it shouldn't be hard to find some sort of motivation.
What's it going to take for the team to pull out of this?
I think we need a 60-minute effort. We haven't had that in forever, I feel like. Probably last time we won a game, that was when we had a good 60-minute effort, and we play one period pretty good, and then we fall apart and getting outplayed. And for us to win a game right now, we need 60 minutes good hockey.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is probably puck management. We just got hemmed in our zone. Can't get changes in the D zone. Second period, it's a long change, and around the blue line, I don't think we took care of the puck and kind of fed their transition and just kept getting trapped in our own zone. And I mean, they put a lot of pressure on us, and they're good with the puck, so they did a good job. But on our end, we just need to take care of it better.
Why was it important for you to answer the bell too, get in the fight in a second?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a big hit on Lysell, and then, like I kind of said, they were taking it to us in the second period, so I wanted to stand in for him. And then I also thought it was a good time to try and get some energy for the team and kind of try and flip the script and get the game kind of back even and get some pressure on them.
Playing out there with Fabian and him taking as many hits as he did, is there anything you communicate to him about how to just play through a game like this?
I try to talk to him a little bit at times, but I think that's probably a little bit of an adjustment for him as well. I'm sure, he's got a ton of speed and a ton of skill. There's probably a little bit less time out here than maybe he's used to in the American League, so a little bit of that's going to be growing pains. But yeah, I'll just try and talk to him kind of when I see things or communicate to him on the ice. And I think it's a little bit of just kind of getting acclimated, which he's a good player, so he'll be all right.